Hello, I'm Kim from Pilates Core UK. I specialize in back rehab Pilates. I have two children myself, and unfortunately, learnt the hard way on how important it is to keep your back nice and healthy during pregnancy and post pregnancy. So, the sequence I'm about to teach you is aimed really at trimester 2 to 3. We avoid sitting up, curling up. We're going to use the chair quite a bit. And this is also really okay for postnatal as well. If you are postnatal, I would like you to find out if you have any issues with a diastasis recti, please. You can check with your GP. You can do a home check yourself. If you have any concerns, though, please do get signed off with your consultant as always. Diastasis recti is when you are going to lay on the floor. You're going to have your knees bent and your feet on the floor. Take your fingers, please, and place them in the middle of your abdominals. You're checking to see if there is a gap larger than 2 fingers in between the abdominals going down. If there is, that means that the abs are still separated and you need to give it a little bit more time to come back together again post pregnancy. If you have any concerns, please speak to your consultant. All right, so that's your post pregnancy. So when you're ready, come and take your chair. This is for your trimester 2 to 3 and for postnatal. We're going to sit nice and tall, shoulders up, back, and down, and just practicing that posture is going to be really good for your back health. We're going to do some mobility exercises that we would do in our normal Pilates classes, but assisted on the chair. So to start with, take one hand on the chair, lean up and over, and then bring that down. Come the other way. And throughout all the mobility exercises that we're going to do, you want to think about the ribs. Can I keep the ribs down? Are they popping out? Am I flaring those ribs? Maintain that good posture. Shoulders come back in line with those ears. Let's go 2 more. And 1. Into a little bit of rotation, looking over one shoulder and the next. And just go to where you feel comfortable. Of course, if you are pregnant and you've got the bump in front of you, you're only going to go to where you feel comfortable. You might not be able to reach your knee, so just maybe reach and rotate over. But we want to encourage a little bit of spine rotation. And then from here, we're going to go into a little side bend. We're going to reach down and back into center, reach down, back into center. That might feel quite nice on the neck and shoulders, particularly if you are postnatal, carrying the baby a lot. I know the tensions, I know how achy the neck and shoulders get. Get a massage every now and again if you can. You deserve it. 1 more each side. And then we're going to come into some basic arm circles. Bring one arm circle up and back. And quite typically, your posture as a new mum, you are carrying the baby, you are front loading. So, in the rehab exercises that you do, you want to be opening through the chest, extending through your back extension, and encouraging that good posture. Come into the other side, open up through the pec. Go 3 more. And last one. And then from here, we're going to lengthen both arms and draw one arm circle back and forward. One elbow back and forward, not arm circle. Drawing that back and forward. Place your feet firmly onto the floor. And we're going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that down for your neck. Bring it up and around. We avoid the back of the neck, but we go side to side. I hope that feels quite nice for you. And rest that there. Okay, for this, you might want to maybe use a cushion to give yourself some back support. Come and sit on the back of your chair. We're going to take one toe to the floor and bring it back. One toe to the floor and bring it back. So if you're quite heavily into your third trimester or quite early on from your postnatal, maybe you've had a C-section, keep it nice and low level, please. If you feel like you could do a little bit more, we can pick up the toe, bring it down, pick up, bring it down. So we're encouraging hip flexion. And again, the back is supported, keeping the ribs down, posture up, back and down there. And we'll go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. From here, we're going to sit nice and tall. Lengthen our arms, breathe in, and do little pulses here in our swimming position. Breathe in. As you breathe out, pull your abs in, hug in that lower spine. 2 more sets. Breathe in. Breathe out. And 1 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And rest. Shoulders up, back and down. From here, we're going to come to our standing position, please. Now, you're welcome to use a wall if you feel safer, or use the back of a chair. But please make sure the chair can't move. If you've got a wooden floor, you're going to need to make sure that chair is supported, or maybe just use the wall. From here, team, we're going to lean into the chair slightly. We're going to push our elbows down and then fully extend away. So the elbows stay close to the body. Watch what I'm doing here. So the elbows are in next to the body. They're not out to the side with the shoulders up like this. That's no good for anyone. So shoulders lengthen down by your ears, and the elbows are sliding back. You should maybe feel that into the triceps. Now, if the wrists feel a bit achy, particularly if we've been holding the baby a lot, you might want to use maybe a cushion or something to hold on to give your hands that support. Alternatively, if you're using a wall, flat palm onto the wall, elbows into the wall and push away. So this is your push-up. Very nice. Not that I can see you. And let's go for 3 more. 2. And 1. Good stuff. From here, stand nice and tall, a little bit of balance work. Take one leg behind you and then bring that back in. So again, we're going to go layer 1 is here. So if you are full term, if you're heavily into your 3rd trimester, definitely keep that foot in contact with the floor, please. Your balance is going to feel a bit more off than usual. And if you feel like you can do a bit more for your layer 2, you're welcome to lean forward a bit more, lift the leg up, touch the floor, lift the leg up, touch the floor. So we're working through that posterior chain, squeezing through the glute and the hamstring, but what we're not doing is bending the back. We're not arching the back. Please don't do that. Keep this locked in and keep this nice and still for 3, 2, 1. Let that come back in. We come to the other side. Layer 1, keep the toe in contact with the floor the whole time. Pull the abs in close to the lower back. Layer 2, leaning forward, elevate that leg off and just touching the floor there. So your weight is on your front leg and you should feel that in your glute and hamstring. If you do feel it in the lower back, you might be going too high. So limit the range and come a little bit lower. And you're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand nice and tall. We're going to take the other leg now to the side and back in. To the side and back in. And if standing on your feet is really not working for you, do this sitting on the chair. But we're working with hip abduction. The hips go through a lot during pregnancy, so it's important that we keep them mobile but also strong. And again, layer 1, keep the toe on the floor. Layer 2, up to the side with a little bit of extension there, but not too far. You're not pushing this, okay? And this is for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Other side. And in our mat Pilates classes that are not pregnancy friendly, you might find this is a side laying position, lifting the leg up and down. But this is a bit more supported. We're not working the hips too much, and we don't use any resistance bands in our clams. We avoid that abduction with the resistance. That's your layer 1. If you want to go to layer 2, we extend, and we're just touching down here. And again, if you do have any pelvic issues, any kind of soreness through that, don't do this, please. And you're here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Let's check that balance, shall we? So can we come up on both toes and then bring that down? Both toes and then bring that down. If that feels comfortable, I invite you to lift one arm up and bring that down. Other arm up. And you'll see the back doesn't bend. I'm nice and upright. It's like I'm being lifted from the center of my head. And it might look or feel easy, but these are all really good exercises to do When we balance, we have to engage our core. We naturally do it. We pull in, we squeeze our glutes, and we lengthen up. This is mimicking your back extensions on the floor when we're laying in prone. Let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Great stuff. Come and seat, please, when you're ready. Okay. So we're going to work with the arms now a little bit. I would advise you to use maybe 2 kg weights, nothing heavier than that. If you don't have any weights, grab some tins of food. They'll work just as well. So sitting nice and tall on the edge of your chair, feet firmly on the floor. Bring your arms to one side. Alternating bicep curl. But what we're going to do is sit nice and tall and pull the abs in. Okay, so as you've seen, none of these exercises are requiring you to do sit-ups. We don't really want to do sit-ups when we're pregnant or postnatal. We don't do it until a little bit further on in your recovery. We're keeping the back extended and upright. Good stuff. And we can do a few sets of these. We do between 8 and 12 reps. And then rest it there. Shoulders up, back and down. Breathe in. And let's go for one more set. Just like lifting a baby. Rather than preparing for it, or we are encouraging it. Good stuff. And we're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, these are 2 kgs, nothing heavier than that, okay? From this next exercise, take one arm to the side, please. We're going to push up and an elbow down. Push up and elbow down. Lovely. And what we're doing here is we're feeling all this kind of pull in. We're feeling that engagement through the upper abs there as well. And of course, strengthen through the shoulder. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Bring that down. And we come the other side, elbow to the side. I'm not to the side like this. I'm a little bit forward. So I'm going with the natural alignment of my shoulder here. So you want to be comfortable in that position. And again, locking in that posture. So what we're not doing is that, okay? Keeping that back nice and still. 4 more. 2, 1. Repeat, second set. Shoulders up, back and down, arm to the side. Let's go. So not only are we looking in this posture, encouraging good posture and our back extension, we're working through the deltoid, the shoulder. 4 more. 2, 1. And rest. Other side when you're ready, arm out to the side, into that extension. Let's go 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent stuff. Take that down when you're ready, please. Shoulders up, back and down. Inhale, lengthen those arms. Exhale, draw your elbows down by your side, shoulders back. Inhale and rise. Exhale and down. 3 more. Breathe in. Exhale. 2. And 1. Good stuff, and rest that down. So we've worked the arms, we've worked through our balance, we've worked through a little bit of core here. For your next exercise, we're going to come and use a wall. So I would definitely use a mat, or make sure you've got maybe trainers on, but what you want to make sure is that the floor doesn't slip underneath you. So with your back against the wall, layer 1, just come into a small bend in the knees, you're fairly upright. And we're just going to be holding tension here in the legs. Isometric contractions are fantastic and they're safe. So we're just creating tension in that contraction, and you can breathe through that position there. Layer 2, you can go down a little bit further. Make sure your feet are in line with your knees, your back is supported on, and your feet are supported on the floor there. Very quickly, you're going to feel a little bit of heat coming through the legs there. And be mindful of like how much connection is there between the shoulders and the wall, how much connection is there between the pelvis and the wall. If at any point you get any back pain, come out of this position. It's not for you just yet. All right. If that feels comfortable, bring yourself a little bit further. Can you bring your arms up behind you? Can you bring that down? And again, all these exercises are safe. Trimester 2, trimester 3, and postnatal. My only hesitation with this one here is if you have any issues with blood pressure, then you want to be making sure that you're using the chair in all your exercises. Whereas we don't want to be getting any dizziness in this position because we're not supported. So please omit this exercise if you have any issues with blood pressure or any issues with balance or you feel unstable at all. Now my legs are shaking, I'm not even pregnant. And we're going to go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now get yourself off the wall, hands on the wall, push yourself away. All right, come and take a seat. And then just a few shoulder stretches here for you. Sitting nice and tall, you can sit back in the chair if you want to. You're going to bring one arm across and pull that in. If you're breastfeeding or the chest is a bit tender, you might want to skip this stretch, or you can opt for your tricep stretch, which we're going to do anyway. So bring it across, breathe in. And then the other side, a basic deltoid stretch. Breathe in. And if any of these feel particularly good, you're welcome to do it a little bit longer. Take one arm up when you're ready. Can we reach the back of our neck? That might be enough for you. If it's not, grab your elbow and pull a little bit further. Take a breath in. And rest. Other side, reaching down to the back of your neck. Really kind of encouraging that extension. And if you can, grab that elbow, pull a little bit further, lock the ribs in. Breathe in. And rest. From here, lace the hands in front of you, pull the shoulders back, pull the back, chin to chest. Take a deep breath in here. And rest. Opposite of that now. Take your hands on the chair behind you. And then from here, shoulders back, lengthen through that chest there. If you've had a C-section, maybe just go easy here in terms of popping through that chest. But you want to just be pulling those shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. Inhale. And rest. All right. And then from here, we're going to bring one ear to the shoulder and then the chin to the chest and just feel how that feels going down the traps there. If that's comfortable, you're welcome to place your hand on your head and gently pull down, just really gently, like 10%. Take a deep breath in here. And rest. Reset. The shoulders come to the other side. Ear to shoulder, chin to chest. That might be enough of a stretch for you. If you want a bit more, hand on your head and gently just put a little bit of weight there and pull that down. Breathe in and rest. Shoulders up, back and down. Place your elbows towards your ribs and your hands and palms to the ceiling. We're going to open up through those palms, shoulders back, and then release that down. Try to avoid the ears, the shoulders coming up by the ears too much. So you're not doing this, you're doing this. Big gaps between your ears and your shoulders. Inhale. Breathe in. 2 more. And 1. And rest. Great job. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you did do that and if it helped you at all. So remember, that's really ideal for trimester 2 to 3. If you're later in that trimester 3, take out the wall balance and make sure you do most things on the chair. Postnatal, this is all very safe for you as well. So as always, make sure you get signed off by your medical professional before you engage in any exercise. This is all great for trimester 2 to 3 and postnatal. If you have any balance issues or any blood pressure issues, just omit the exercise that we did on the wall there. If you enjoyed that, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And for all other back rehab Pilates exercises, tips, value, please follow me on Pilates Core UK on Instagram and Facebook. Cheers.